that kettle on. I'm frozen.
Mum?
Eh?
This is Cliff Ryan. He's a friend of Ron's.
Oh, hello.
Mrs. Brownlow.
Oh, no kiss for Mum then. What's happening to her, Ron?
Of course there is.
Oh.
He sends his love.
Oh, you seen him then?
Yeah, I've just got back.
Yes, been staying with him.
How is he?
He's fine. Just fine.
Good.
There's a Prezi.
Oh, he shouldn't have.
Well, you know Ron.
Yeah, do I?
Yeah, Mrs. Brownlow.
Thank you.
Mum, look what he got for Katie.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Because you were only saying,
I know,
weren't
I know.
you? Yes. Oh, Glenn, they're beautiful. What's it got? Oh, he shouldn't have, should he? I know, but spending his money like that.
I gave him a great deal of pleasure,
I
Mrs.
know,
Brownlow.
but even so.
Yeah, he was over the moon.
Who's Iris?
What?
Ron was saying about Iris.
She's moved out. She's staying with a friend.
A fella?
No, one of the waitresses at the motel, matter of fact.
Oh, hello. This is Kath Brownlow here. It's about a booking.
Iris works there too, you see.
Yes, the name of Cliff... what is your other name?
Ryan.
Right. Mr. Ryan. It's about tonight. Yes, he's a friend of the family, so... Oh, I should think chalet 20... Well, 25, somewhere along that road, anyway. Right, well, you'll be coming in tonight. OK, thanks. Well, that's fixed up then.
Thanks. The thing is, I've got a present for her, too. It's Iris.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Ron didn't want her to feel left out, you know?
Oh, that's just like him, isn't it? Well, look, if you give it to us, we can give it to her in the morning.
Well, if she works at the motel, I can give it to her myself.
Oh, yes, of course.
There's a bit of a message that goes with it, see?
Ah.
Scotch, please, love. Large one.
Ice?
As it comes.
There you are. That'll be £1.50, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Iris.
How do you know my name? And he sent this for me.
Yep,
Wow. I'd never have dreamed.
with love.
He said that?
Well, yeah.
That's fantastic. You know, I ain't never had nothing like this before.
Well, he hoped you'd like it.
Like it, I love it. He didn't send no note then?
No.
Well, did he say when he'd be down?
No.
Christmas, perhaps, eh?
I don't think that'll be on. It's kind of tied up.
With her.
Morag.
Is that what she's called?
She's very nice.
Is he shacked up with her proper then?
How do you mean?
Moved in, like?
Well, it's the only place he goes when he's off the rig.
Look at my brooch, Auntie Kath.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, Ron bought it for me.
Oh, he is thoughtful, isn't he? Do you know, I don't think he's left anyone out.
Anyone?
Yeah, he gave Glenn a lovely pair of earrings, string of pearls for me, though heaven knows when I'm going to wear them. Oh, and Katie's got a lovely little romper suit, you know, quilted one for the winter. I said to myself, where's Ron getting all these ideas from? But of course, it's Morag, isn't it? And then Kevin's got a lovely shaver. Oh, he was ever so pleased with that.
Yeah, he's a regular little Santa Claus, isn't he?
Yeah, well, you know Ron.
Yeah, I know Ron. What you were saying about not going back. Everybody says that, don't they? Now, why should that be, eh? I mean, there's got to be lots of people that do.
Suppose.
And you can't tell me they all fail. Well, they can't do it, stands to reason, doesn't it?
Chances must be slim.
Yeah, but worth it, though, if it works out. Hey, I bet you're starving sitting here listening to me rabbiting.
No, I didn't intend to
Could you go Chinese, eh?
Listen, don't bother.
No, it's no bother. There's one round the corner. It's really good. I'll go there a lot. No, Cliff, I've got money.
Take it or we don't eat.
All right. What do you fancy?
Sweet and sour pork.
Pancake roll?
Why not?
Prawn crackers?
Favourite.
You're on.
Oh, do you mind if I use your phone? It's local.
Help yourself.
Well, fairly local.
Is it a bird, is it? Here, did you get your bird? On the blower.
Who said anything about a bird?
I saw by the look in your eyes. Did you?
Yeah.
It's all right, was it?
Yes.
All fixed up?
What?
You seen her?
Yes.
When?
Tomorrow.
Who put you onto that one then?
Oh, I've known her a long time.
Oh, you're a fine one to talk, you are. Telling me not to go back. You sailors do it all the time, don't you? You got it made, didn't you?
I have to wait and see, won't I?
You
Your table is ready, Mr. Ryan.
Oh, thank you. There could be a hold-up.
Oh?
Well, the lady hasn't shown yet.
Oh, that's all right. The table is yours for the whole evening.
Thanks.
Only if there are further complications, do let me know. We're fully booked. I'd like to...
There won't be. She's just arrived. Not exactly on the dot, but you can forgive a couple of minutes after a 2-year wait, can't you?
You most certainly can.
Thank you.
Hello, sailor.
Steph. God, you look good.
Not so bad yourself. You remembered the uniform. Thanks.
Small kiss.
For now. Easy on the makeup.
Drink first.
Before what?
Eating.
Oh, we're going to eat too, are we?
You haven't changed a bit.
Yes, I have. In the last 2 years, I've changed one hell of a lot.
For the better.
Same old cliff, though.
What will it be?
Marvelous, darling. That's what it'll be.
Mind
Missed you.
Makes two of us.
Thought you'd gone forever.
So did I.
So what changed things?
See that girl over there? Her brother changed things.
Don't follow.
Ron Brownlow, old mate. You met him.
Did I?
Party. Remember that old friend of yours from the brewery?
Barry. Oh, yes, the lovely Barry.
Yeah, well, Ron was there with his secretary.
Rings a faint bell.
Ah, you were too far gone.
I only had eyes for you, sweetie. Anyhow, how does this Ron fellow figure in our reunion?
Well, I docked in Aberdeen last week and bumped into him in a pub. Just by chance, you know. He's working up there on the rigs. And we got talking
I'll bet you did.
about how long it took me to get over you. That was one hell of a thing, Steph.
I know. Sorry. Said I was sorry at the time. Meant it.
Last time I saw you was from that troop ship, standing on the dock with all the others. All those streamers, all that waving, all that desperation. You caught a streamer that I threw. It broke.
I wrote as soon as I knew I wrote.
Yeah. But why, Steph?
I'm no good at waiting.
Well, nobody likes
And
to...
Desmond turned up.
Ah, Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. All Right. I was left too, you know, standing on the side of that dock waving until I couldn't raise my arm anymore. Amongst all the tears and the wailing. There were kids of 17 and 18 there with babies in their arms. And I thought, what a way to live.
They didn't choose that. They didn't choose war.
Got it, though, didn't they? I couldn't kid you along, Cliff. I couldn't write you all the lovey-dovey stuff and have something else going on the side. Not with you. What did this Ron fella say, then?
He told me you weren't married.
How did he know?
Friends of friends.
Does the rounds.
So I decided to come down here and check it out for myself. And I find it's true. Means a hell of a lot, Steph.
Don't let it.
What?
I haven't married him yet, but it's only a matter of time. It's on offer always. It's up to me to say when.
Thank you. Him? Let's talk about him, this Desmond.
Not a lot of point.
What's he do?
Dental surgeon. No jokes, please.
So he makes money then?
House and half an acre in Woodbury. His big car, my small car, cottage on the Isle of Wight, powerboat.
High flying.
Kinda.
And that's enough?
You know me better than that, darling.
I'm being serious, Steph.
Having enough is a very serious business. I've got used to it. The lifestyle. I handle it well. And I call the shots.
Desmond. Let's talk about Desmond.
48. Trim enough. It's a bit soft. They'd hate to hear me say that.
Powerboating and all.
Zoom. It's well thought of, good at his job. Senior partner. He's got it made.
And why hasn't he married?
Nobody turned him on.
Ah, I see.
Hoped you would.
Everything to your satisfaction?
Yes,
Mr.
thank you.
Ryan? Madam?
Absolutely.
You'd better put another one of those on ice, I think.
Certainly, sir. Here we are.
Bit of a smoothie.
And that's your style these days, eh, Steph?
On the surface. But you know what makes my heart beat faster. And what about you? What have you done for the last 2 years?
Nothing.
Oh, come on now.
Sailing, cruises.
We all know about cruises.
Pardon me, sir.
Thank you.
Show you brandy.
Good times?
Not particularly.
Why?
It's more a matter of a broken heart.
Ho, ho. All those divorcees looking for some action.
And not finding it.
Wait, that'll be the day.
Well, not with this fella, anyway. Not anymore. Changed all that.
Was it little old me?
No, because, well, it had all gone on long enough. You can play that game for so long.
Quite a nice game, sweetie.
Suddenly it becomes pointless.
No, passing phase.
Permanent fixture. Now it's time for me to settle down with the one who matters. And that's you, Steph. Only you.
Don't believe in giving a gal an easy time, do you?
Nope.
Look. Don't take this as a personal thing. You know how I feel about you, about being with you, about us together. That hasn't changed. But it's not enough. When I wrote, I had it quite clear in my mind that I couldn't spend the rest of my life waving goodbye to you. I'm not one to cry into my handkerchief and go home and wait like a good girl. You know that, Cliff. You'll never have a moment's peace. What we had together used to take my breath away. I've been breathing pretty steady for a long time now.
Perhaps I can do something about that.
You're booked in here, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Then why are we drinking here and not in your chalet?
Desmond. Where's he?
Where I want him to be.
And where's that?
Not here.
Listen, I saw Iris a couple of nights ago.
Did you?
We got a problem there.
We?
Well, Ron, you know she's dead set on going up there.
Mum was saying, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not on.
Have you told her that?
Yeah, in no uncertain terms. She just won't listen.
That sounds like Iris. Once she's made her mind up.
You know, Ron's going to go spare. He's got a nice, cosy thing going on. I mean, last thing he needs is an old flame charring up the edges.
So what are we going to do?
Well, I think he should be told, don't you?
Then tell him.
What?
There's the phone.
Now?
Good a time as any, you might just be lucky.
Well,
The number's in the book.
could, I suppose.
Do him a favour. And can you imagine Iris turning up out of the blue like that?
Late.
Had difficulty in getting away.
But you did.
Needs must, darling.
Fancy a cup of tea?
You sweet old-fashioned thing.
Could we have a cup of tea, too?
Yes, in your chalet, I think. Booze, yeah.
Chalet 25. Thanks. Carry your bag, miss?
I'd better book in first.
Book in?
Of course. A chalet of my own, sweet one. You didn't think for one tiny minute that I was going to spend the night with you. Whatever next?
What's the point?
Safety net, darling. I like to think I'm safe if I fall. Desmond has been told that I'm meeting Samantha Gill, who's an old and trusted friend, who in turn will be told that I'm meeting her. And as things will turn out, we'll get so carried away with our girlish reminiscences, and it'll be so late that I'll have to spend the night. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
It's a bit elaborate.
Desmond can be difficult at times. He rings her, she'll ring me. Don't look so worried.
Why don't you just come clean and tell him?
Coming clean, my sweet, could be ruinous. Right, I'll book in.
There's no need.
Leave it to the expert, eh, sweetie? What number did you say you were in?
25. Why?
I don't like having to walk too far in my sleep these days. I'll go on my own. No point in flaunting it.
Hello, can I help you?
Stephanie Main, I'd like to book in for tonight.
Yes, of course, if you'd just like to register.
Thank you. If number 26 is free, I'd be overjoyed. It's my lucky number.
Number 26? Yes, it's free.
Oh, good. I had a feeling things were going to turn out well.
Morning. Morning, Mandy.
Good morning, Cliff. What do you want?
A little smile might do, for starters.
You'll be lucky.
Look, I don't know why you have to blame me.
What do you want to drink?
Louder, please. It wasn't my fault, you know. I was simply delivering messages, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Having a right stir, more like. You messed the whole thing up, you did. Just because you think you know everything.
Look, I was told to...
Told? By me Auntie Kath? By Kevin and Glenda? And that mole rag, whatever her name is? More like toe rag, if you ask me.
And Ron.
A proper talk, that's all I needed, without nobody trying to put him off me. But no, you lot all have to have a go, don't you?
No, love.
Well, did you or did you not phone him?
Yes,
And then
but...
I got a letter saying even if I go up there, he won't even see me. Now, if that's not stirring, I don't know what is.
Look, I've talked to Ron about this and you haven't. Do you know what his biggest concern is? Morag and the kids. He don't want them upset at any price. They're window shopping for Christmas. 2 wide-eyed little kids and a mum and a dad.
He is not their dad.
No, but he's trying damned hard to be a dad to them, Iris. He don't want anybody from his past messing it all up.
If Ron tells me to my face, I'll go. Finish. That'll be the end of
It's
it.
finished already, Iris.
There you go again, you see. Trying to make up my mind for me. It's between me and him, nobody else.
There was a time when you thought I was a decent sort of fella.
Yeah. Well, we all make mistakes, don't we?
Well, I'm the same guy. Same guy that bought you the present.
The same guy who started it all off again.
And whose fault's that, eh? Mine? Was I supposed to know what effect that would have on you? What should I have done? Chucked it out the train window? That made you feel better, would it? Stopped your little heart fluttering?
I'll tell you what you can do for me.
What's that?
Give me his address.
What?
In Aberdeen.
Hang about.
He didn't put it on his letter. And Glenn won't.
Not on, love.
Oh, come on, Cliff.
If you want to write to him, fair enough. But give me the letter and let me address it for you.
Oh, you're a right soft touch, aren't you?
Believe me, love, there's nothing to say. And there's nothing to do. If you really cared for him. Okay, I believe you. Just leave things alone. Because that's what he wants. If you mess things up for him, he'll never forgive you. And what's more, you'll never forgive yourself.
Caught you chatting out the barmaid again.
What are you doing here?
Anything you have in mind? Boring old dinner?
And don't you have to attend boring old dinners?
Frequently. Which is why I was able to complain and give this one a miss. So Desmond goes on his lonesome. I find it very difficult to enjoy a meal when half the conversation's about tooth decay. This is the lovely bit. I had a long chat with the speaking clock. Would you believe it went to college with me? And we arranged to spend the day together.
Your imagination.
No, I haven't finished yet, sweetie. Look, what we need, you see, is a phone call to Desmond from friend's husband to say I'm staying the night.
Husband?
You silly.
What's the point?
Outrageous enough to be authentic, that's the point.
No.
Now, don't be difficult, darling.
I couldn't.
Piece of cake.
I wouldn't know what to say.
You'd say, Desmond Elliot, good afternoon, my name's Ryan.
My own name?
Why ever not? Won't make any difference. You aren't actually going to meet him, aren't you? My wife... What would you like your wife to be called?
Stephanie.
Sweet one. My wife... What's the barmaid's name?
Iris, but we're not
No,
gonna...
no, that sounds awful. My wife, Eleanor... It has a certain ring. My wife, Eleanor, has been out in town all day with your Stephanie, and they've had an absolute whale of a time. And we are trying to persuade her to stay over, but she won't hear of it. So I have taken it upon myself to try and sway you.
Not on.
What do you mean?
Well, that rubbish.
Half the fun, sweetie. If I'm staying, Desmond will have to be told.
Well, you seem to enjoy it. You tell him.
All right, I will.
Don't you think you might be pushing your luck a bit?
Charming.
No, I meant by staying away so much.
As long as the alibis hold.
Trusting fellow, this Desmond.
That's because I make him feel adored.
Do you adore him?
Of course I do.
What do you feel for him?
Certain affection. No denying that. He's kind, considerate, a bit stodgy. Does tend to think he's God's gift, which is absurd. I'm daring for him, you see. His associates think he's a wow with the birds.
And is he?
No. Loves the image, though. Not that he flaunts it. He plays it down, if anything.
Funny fella.
Desmond is very discreet. Two-timing doesn't enter his tiny mind.
Do a lot of that, do you?
After the sordid details, are we? My love, you have had my undivided attention since you came back into my life. When I'm not with you, I've thought about you. Thought of ways to get back to you. I'm not doing too badly, wouldn't you say?
No.
I'd better book in.
What happens if he says no?
When I say yes, Desmond never says no. Won't you, Mo?
fine one you are.
What?
Telling me that there's no going back. Oh, that's a laugh, isn't it?
She's just a friend.
I know who she is, all right. You phoned her from my flat that night. And you've been seeing her ever since. And she's got another fella.
None of your business,
Which
Iris.
makes her the same as Ron and Morag, doesn't it? Only you gave me all that twaddle about leaving well alone. Now, how comes it's all right for you, eh, and not for me? Suppose you've got the answer to that and all, ain't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah? Well, I don't want to hear it.
I'd better make that phone call.
Now?
I'll be sure of getting him at his surgery.
Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Woodbury 32299, please. Thank you. Ah, hello. It's Miss Main. Could I have a word with Mr. Elliot, please?
Hello?
Darling?
Hello.
Busy?
As always.
Sorry to bother you.
No bother.
Something's cropped up. But, oh, look, I must keep it down, darling, because they might hear. Listen, I've had a super morning in town with Eleanor Ryan. You remember I told you?
Well, you didn't mention her name.
Didn't I? Silly. Well, the thing is, we came back to their place for lunch.
Their place?
Her husband, Cliff. He's a sweetie. You'll like him. Anyhow, they're having a bit of a party tonight. Small, few friends. And I happened to mention you had this business dinner on.
And they've invited you.
Do you mind?
Not at all.
Well, the thing is, they're a wee bit lavish in their hospitality, and I wouldn't exactly guarantee I'll be in a fit state to drive home. And, well, I've half promised.
Okay.
You don't mind?
I mind every minute I'm not with you.
Just hearing you say that makes me feel warm all over.
Enjoy yourself. Bye.
I will. Bye.
Hello, reception? Could you get me Woodbury 32299, please? Oh, I'm the second one today, am I? That's a coincidence, isn't it? Ta. Oh, hello? Could I speak to Desmond Elliot, please? No, it's personal.
Hello?
Hello? Is that Mr. Elliot?
Speaking. Who's that?
Well, you don't know me. It's about Stephanie Main.
What about her? What's the matter? Is she all right?
Well, it depends how you're looking at it. I would say from your point of view, no, she ain't all right.
And you don't mind living like that? All those lies?
What the eye doesn't see and all that.
Well, I couldn't live like it. I wouldn't be interested in a timeshare.
You've got the lion's share now.
All or nothing, Steph.
Thinking of packing me off home before the main feature, are you?
Everything to your satisfaction?
Delicious.
Will there be anything else?
Coffees and brandies, please.
Certainly, sir. Would you mind taking coffee in the bar?
Oh, not
Wait.
at all. No.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Could have them in the chalet, darling.
I'd quite like to finish them without interruption. Cheers.
Happy days and nights. You all right?
Sort of.
What's the matter?
Oh, things.
Not going to get all heavy again, are you?
No, no fear of that.
Good. Life's to be enjoyed, sweetie. Made the most of. Oh, my God.
What?
Desmond.
What?
But don't look round. Leave most of it to me, right? And your wife's name's Eleanor. Darling! What a surprise!
Isn't it?
Meet Cliff Ryan, Desmond Elliot.
How do you do?
How do you do?
How on earth did you know we were here, darling?
Phone call.
You phoned Eleanor. Is she better?
I beg your pardon?
Feeling better. She was so distraught, poor darling. He had all this party arranged, came back from town, sicky poos. I mean, she was absolutely wretched, wasn't she, Cliff? No way she could cope with dinner. So sweet, kind Cliff had brought me out to eat. I was all for going home, but he wouldn't hear of it. But what happened to your dinner?
Cancelled.
Really?
Last minute.
Isn't that just the way? Have you eaten?
No.
Ah,
Can I, get you a brandy or something?
Yes. That would be very nice. Thank you.
I'll just,
Yes.
attentive. Lovely to see you.
I didn't phone Eleanor.
Didn't?
No.
I don't follow.
I had a phone call saying that I could find you here.
Who from?
Didn't say. I just wondered if you could enlighten me.
Well, here we are.
Well, sit down, let's have our drinks and...
A little chat. What line of business are you in, Mr. Ryan?
Merchant Navy.
Really?
But on land, darling. Desk job, organising cruises. It all sounds madly exciting.
Not kept away from home much, then?
Not a lot.
No, I couldn't stand that myself. I like my home comforts.
And you get them, my sweet. Clifford, don't let us keep you. From Eleanor, I'm sure you're wanting to get back. We understand, don't we, darling?
Perfectly.
Well, if you're sure.
Yes, you run along. Do give her my love. I'll give her a little buzz in the morning. She'll be better by then, I'm sure.
Well, it's been nice to meet you. Sorry to dash.
Not at all. We must get together again sometime.
Yes.
The four of us. I'm dying to meet Eleanor.
Yes, well, I'll just pop to the bar, settle my account.
I'll see to that, Orchard.
No. I'd like to have a word with the barmaid. She's been most helpful.
So,
So what, my love?
the phone call.
I haven't the faintest. Male or female?
Female.
I just wonder if...
What?
A girl on the desk.
What about her?
She gave me an old-fashioned look when I booked in. She's not a patient of yours or anything, is she?
Never clapped eyes on her. You booked in?
Yes. Oh, I just couldn't put up with Eleanor doing her impersonation of La Dame aux Camellias any longer. They were so insistent that I stayed. Do you know? That was still the plan when we left the house. But when I got here, I suddenly saw my chance, booked in first, explained to Clifford later.
Why didn't you just come home?
Well, 2 G&Ts, bottle of wine, 3rd brandy, not very wise.
Oh, I see. Are you booked in alone?
Of course I'm alone. Honestly, darling. Go on, check on me. Ask that sweet young thing at the desk.
Then I can stay with you.
Is that what you want?
Yes.
Fine. Let's go and fix it. Come on, satisfy your little self.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm booked in for tonight.
Yes.
And my husband's managed to join me.
How nice.
So will you book for 2?
Certainly.
Oh, I'll have my key, I think, number 26.
Of course. There we are.
Thank you. Well,
Well, what?
recognise the voice?
Nothing like it.
I've run out of ideas.
That'll be the day. Look, you run along to the chalet. I'll join you in a minute. I'm just going to the bar, order some drinks.
You can do that on the phone.
No. This is something special.
All right. Don't keep me waiting too long.
Do I ever?
Who said I did it anyhow?
Now, come off it. There was no one else. No one else who knew. No one else who'd be bothered.
I see.
Did it to get back at me, did you?
I wouldn't lower myself.
Mean trick, Iris. There are 2 people out there whose lives are in one hell of a mess just because of you.
Seems you did your fair share and all.
I was opting out.
Oh, yeah. I could tell that the way her eyes were eating at you.
Well, I'll tell you one thing straight. If that's all you think about people's feelings, Ron's lucky to be shot of you.
Don't you say nothing about me and Ron. Do you hear me?
Well, thanks, love. Perhaps we'll meet again sometime. Got a little tied up. Rabbits, that one.
Yeah, it's got to have a bit of a patter behind the bar, don't you think?
True. Very true. Well, I'll pop along, see how the little lady's getting on.
Yes. Oh, Clifford, thank you so much for looking after Stephanie.
Been a pleasure.
Your friend was still in the bar?
Friend?
Clifford,
Really?
chatting up the barmaid.
Don't be absurd, darling.
Oh, I assure you. Having quite a natter. Wonder what about. Bit of a womanizer, would you say?
Heavens no. Clifford, Eleanor would kill him.
Complicated sort of day you've had.
What?
Well, chat to old friend on the phone, meet for lunch, fix a party, cancel a party, fix to stay away, end up in a chalet with little old me.
It's been a bit of a mix-up. Last bit's best. Here with you.
I don't know.
I do. Going to keep me waiting long?
If I do, are you content to wait?
No. Too greedy for you.
Do you know, you've got the most gorgeous mouth in the world.
Have I?
Yes. Pity it tells so many lies. Good morning.
Good morning. Can I help you?
You already have.
Pardon?
Your phone call.
Sorry, not with you.
I'm Desmond Elliot, dental surgeon.
Lines crossed somewhere, mate. My teeth are perfect.
You have a very distinctive accent. In fact, the only one like it in this establishment. You phoned me about Stephanie Main and Clifford Ryan.
Never heard him called Clifford before.
No?
No. Everybody here calls him Cliff.
Comes here often, does he?
Well, he's staying here, isn't he?
Yes, of course. Why did you phone?
It's a long story. All I can say is I wish I hadn't, because it weren't none of my business.
Why?
I wanted to get him back for something. He spoilt something for me with somebody else.
I see.
And I shouldn't have done it, because he's a nice bloke. I don't know nothing about her, nothing at all.
How did you get my name?
Well, she was in here talking, and I heard.
Who to?
Him.
Have they stayed here often?
I'm not saying nothing else, mister. I've said too much already. If I could undo it, I would.
How long is Mr. Ryan staying here for?
I don't know. He should be going back to sea soon. He's a sailor.
Is he indeed? One in every port, eh?
No, I shouldn't think so. Not with him. He'd be more for settling down.
What time will we be leaving?
I shall be leaving in a few minutes. You can leave as and when it suits you.
Can't we... Let me come with you and we... Desmond, don't let this spoil all we have together, please. Please.
Got a thing about sailors, have we?
Sailors?
Cliff, not Clifford Ryan, is a sailor. He doesn't sit behind a desk organizing cruises. Oh, don't look so amazed, darling. Altogether quite a funny sort of chap. Doesn't have breakfast at home with his ailing wife. Has it here, alone in a motel. Still, never can tell with sailors, can you?
I can explain.
Don't even try! Do you think I go through life blind? Have you got the cheek to come all that waffle and expect me to believe it? Or am I supposed not to care? Turn a blind eye. Take what's going when it's going.
I swear I have...
Do you know what I would really like?
Anything.
The truth. For us to end on the truth.
All right. 2 years ago, I was engaged to him. Absolutely infatuated, that's the only word. And that's not my fault, is it? Suddenly, out of the blue, he telephoned me and begged me to see him. He even threatened to come to the house, so I couldn't refuse.
You should have let him come.
I didn't want him to upset you.
Why should I be upset? I'm perfectly aware that there have been other men in your life. If you were being pestered by someone, we should have faced it together.
I can see that now.
But you chose to stay here with him.
I was booked into my own chalet.
Oh, come on.
You can check the register.
I already had. And you talked and talked and talked endlessly about the times you had, the love you shared, the love he still felt, this tremendous infatuation. And then you toddled off back to your separate chalets. Oh, am I supposed to be wearing my blinkers again?
He never touched me.
You talked for 2 separate nights.
Yes.
You seem to be forgetting something.
What?
I've met the man, spoken with him. Funny how he never mentioned this love, this infatuation. Just a mild agreement with everything you said. Job, house, party, wife. You said it, he nodded. Why?
He hated the deception. He's a very truthful person.
Okay. Let's have him in here and get the whole truth, shall we?
No, Desmond, don't do that. Look, I'm not exactly proud of the things we did. That's all in the past. Silly things, best forgotten. I left him 2 years ago for you.
And you left me several nights ago for him. Goodbye, Steph.
No, listen!
No! No questions, no answers, no explanation. Just goodbye.
Give me one more chance.
Look what you did with the last one.
Hello?
Darling, it's me. It's all right, panic's over. Desmond's gone.
Gone?
So I sent him away when it came to the final choice.
One hell of a decision, that, Steph.
Saw the light, didn't I? I wasted 2 years of my life on him. Fool, that's what I am, Cliff Ryan. Have been since I let you go.
Not quite letting me go. More walking away.
Don't know that I can ever forgive myself.
Work on it, eh?
You've got me back, Cliff. To stay.
Look.
To settle with. Look, you want to leave the Navy. I want a place of my own. I've got a fair bit put away. At least I showed a touch of wisdom there.
It's not on.
Well, you don't have to leave the Navy. I thought you wanted... Look, what I said about the tears and the waving goodbye and the waiting, I can live with that.
Us. We're not on. Together.
Oh, come on. Us? We're terrific.
Not where it matters most. A lot of kicks. A lot of excitement. Bit short on loyalty.
Listen,
It's not your fault. It's the way you are.
No.
Then it's the way you've let yourself become. I'm exciting for you because I'm out of bounds.
That's not true.
When there are risks, daring phone calls to be made, anything to make your little heart beat faster.
You're so wrong.
Semi in Portsmouth, cooking, shopping, night out in the boozer on a payday.
That doesn't matter to me.
I'm going, Steph.
I can make it work. I can.
I've just seen what you've done to Desmond.
Because you came back.
Yeah. That was my mistake. Sorry, Steph.